Good afternoon. My name is Danielle Mingo. I attend Aspen University. Chapter 4, Student Discipline and Equal Education Opportunity. I will create a 5 to 7 minute video. The 4 topics that I will be discussing are overview of student discipline issues, best practices in student discipline, common issues of equal education opportunities, and best practices in ensuring education opportunities. Excuse me. The overview of student discipline issues. Student discipline are actions taken by the teacher and or administration when a student does not follow rules or regulations of the classroom or school rules. A student's behavior can disrupt the classroom environment, especially when it's ongoing. According to the textbook Education Law 2014, most states have adopted so-called Safe School Acts that impose on school boards a duty to adopt disciplinary policy review committees and student codes of conduct, and a duty to report a law enforcement official whenever they believe that certain specified categories of criminal activity have occurred at school. This is coming from our textbook, Ember, Gill, Boskia, excuse me if I am pronouncing it wrong, and Feldman, 2014, page 149. Schools are permitted by statute and common law to regulate the conduct of their students, page 200. In matters of rulemaking, the investigation of misconduct, the determination of guilt, and the meting out of punishment, schools generally have broad latitude. All schools have discipline problems. Students act out in different ways, which disrupts their own ability to learn and others around them. Students can be defiant, refusing to listen or follow instructions from adults. Students can be aggressive, becoming physically and verbally violent towards a student or an adult. Bullying or cyberbullying, which is consistently intimidate others, making fun of. In 2017, a 12-year-old girl named Mallory, she was a 6th grade student at Copeland in New Jersey. She took her own life due to cyberbullying. In another case, Kowalski versus Berkeley County School, where Kara Kowalski created a MySpace page targeting another student at her school. The page was called Students Against Sluts Herpes, where Kara invited other classmates to join. The page displayed a fellow student picture named Shay that read, "Shay has herpes." Several classmates accepted the invitation, and one who did not have a computer at home accepted the invitation using the school's computer. This is against school policy. Student discipline issues can be challenging to those involved. Alcohol and drugs, that's another problem. Weapons. The Federal Gun-Free School Act mandates that any state receiving federal funds enact a law requiring a local educational agencies to expel or suspend for not less than a year any student who brings a firearm to school, page 150. So what are some best practices in school or student discipline? Preventive service or preventive support, effective classroom management strategies, expectations should align with the school's code of conduct. It is good to review and post classroom rules and often revisit those classroom rooms to let the students know what your expectations are in your classroom and also in the school. Also, random school searches are conducted for illegal substances and weapons. Officials may question students without allowing them an attorney or alerting them to their privilege against self-incrimination, page 200. If a student violates a school rule, committed or a criminal act on school grounds where an investigation has to be completed, the investigation must be done correctly and safely. This includes surveillance cameras, questioning, and searching students' possessions or their lockers. Also, supportive. That's another thing that best practices when it comes to student discipline. Offer support for the student to help them get back on track. Provide positive feedback and phone calls or emails to parents pertaining to the child. Every child wants to feel love and definitely have something positive. You don't want to continue to call parents about negative things, but you also want to show the positive things that children are doing. Being very supportive. Listening, having good listening skills is another thing. Lastly, corrective. Dealing with the problem directly and speaking with the child privately. The one thing you do not want to do when it comes to correcting behavior is to embarrass the child. It's best to pull the child over to the side and talk to them quietly, or when they leave the classroom, have that child stay after, or whenever you get a chance to go into maybe the cafeteria, talk to that child then about correction and what they can do better. But never scold a child in front of anyone. The next topic, common issues of equal education opportunities. Racial segregation. Brown versus Board of Education is a primary example of equal educational opportunities. Example, Oliver Brown, American activist, minister, and welder residing in Topeka, Kansas, who felt his daughter Linda Brown should have an equal education just like everyone else. He challenged the Board of Education and he won. Every day his daughter Linda had to walk roughly 1.6 miles to the bus stop to ride to school, whereas another school was closer to her house. So why couldn't she just go to the district where her house lived, where she resided, basically? That's what we call racial segregation. Equal protection clause and general discrimination. Another one, Volkheimer, please, I hope I have that right, versus the School District of Philadelphia, applied to an all-male school and was denied. Application was denied. After filing an order, the student was granted an injunction ordering that she and other qualified female students can attend. Best practices in ensuring equal education opportunities. Well, number one is the 14th Amendment. All citizens have the same rights. Equal Protection Clause prohibits educational practices that disfavor either gender unless there is a strong justification. Page 253. Also, the No Child Left Behind is another way to solve equal education opportunity. Under NCLB, it represents another attempt to bring improved education to students in high minority, low socioeconomic status districts and districts marked by low educational achievement. Page 217. All of this information has come from the textbook Education Law, 5th edition, 2014, with the authors Ember, Gale, Bokemus, and Fellman. Once again, my name is Danielle Mingo, and this was Chapter 4, and this was Student Discipline and Equal Education Opportunity. Thank you very much.